Have you ever started packing up after a fabulous gig and suddenly realized you didn't get a single video or photo during your performance? That feeling is the worst. It's like the gig never happened. Believe me, I've been there, and the struggle is real when it comes to capturing content at a gig, and yet it's so important. The more videos you have, the more likely you are to book that next client. Why? Well, I'll explain that in this episode, and I'm going to give away my super secret strategy and step-by-step, no-fail guide to getting at least one fabulous reel out of every live performance. Let's go. Are you a classically trained violinist dreaming of stepping out of the orchestra and into the spotlight, but maybe the world of solo gigs feels intimidating? You're not alone. Welcome to The Glam Violinist, the podcast that empowers classically trained musicians to build thriving careers as sought-after entertainers. I'm your host, Celeste V, and each week we'll break down the secrets to getting the gigs you've been dreaming of. Get ready to unleash your inner rock star and turn your passion into a paycheck. Let's get glamorous. Today's episode is about how to get great content during your gig. So, why are live performance videos so important? Let me start off by saying, most of you know I own a company called Violin Event Entertainment. As of today, we have about 25 violinists in various cities and states around the country that we book for events, and we're growing. Just this morning, I had a client reach out and say they're ready to book, but they asked to see a video of the violinist performing a specific style of music before they sign the contract. And this happens a lot, like a lot. Let me start by saying that this particular violinist has as much, if not more, experience than I do. She's not a newbie just starting out. She's been performing on electric violin for events for close to 2 decades, but she has surprisingly few videos as proof. And this client requires solid, tangible proof before they move forward. Enter scramble mode, and we're trying to get them that proof they need before they decide to go a different direction. So back to the question, why are live performance videos so important? Because they help your potential client to envision you at their own event. If you can show them a video of you in that exact same context, they'll think of you as a specialist, and they'll be far more likely to trust you to provide that same service for them. I mean, think about it. If you have a toothache, you're not going to immediately call your family medicine doctor. Maybe he or she could help, but why would you waste the time and money if you could just go straight to a dentist? Of course, dentists have to study and practice for years to gain that level of trust. All you have to do is make one short video. I laugh because that last statement can be a little misleading. I have other musicians ask me all the time about this. We all know it's important to get videos during a gig, but it's surprisingly difficult to execute in reality. Events are hectic. There are so many things happening at once, and you don't want to be a pest or draw inappropriate attention or take away from your client's special day. But I promise you, it is possible. You just have to plan ahead and use a little strategy. My goal is to get enough video to create an awesome 30-second reel at every event. When someone joins the V team, here's the strategy I share with each of them. First of all, you're going to choose your song of the day before you even get to the gig. It could be a special request song for that client or any song you like. Be sure to capture a few shots of the venue, the decor, the vibe, the whole room, everything that goes into the event. And all you need is about 2 or 3 seconds of each. This is called B-roll, and it helps to augment the video, and it shows the context and the overall vibe of the event. Before the guests arrive, you're going to want to capture the audio for your song of the day. This can be during sound check or after you're dressed and ready to go, as long as it's before guests start showing up and creating a lot of background noise. To capture this audio, just set up a tripod and take one 30-second video of you playing your song of the day. Also, before guests arrive, find the prettiest spot in the venue and use your tripod or ask anyone at hand to snap 3 to 5 photos. You're going to want these for the cover image of your video. At some point during the performance, be sure to play your song of the day again, and if possible, try to get that same 30 seconds of video. The best way to do this is to hand your phone to someone, anyone, and ask them to grab a quick 30-second video. It can be another vendor or even a guest. You would be surprised. Usually they're really happy to help. If it is another vendor, you can even offer to return the favor and take a quick video of them in return. I know. It can feel weird to ask a stranger for help, but it's one tiny moment of discomfort that reaps a huge reward. Just suck it up and do it. You'll be so glad you did. And your future clients will thank you for your courage. Well, not literally, but they'll thank you by hiring you, which is even better. You can also set up a tripod and try to get more videos throughout the evening, but you really don't need a lot. Remember, you're just aiming for a 30-second reel. If you set the tripod behind you, be sure to turn around and cheese for the camera for a few seconds. Yes, you may have your back to the audience for about half a moment out of your whole set, but that's all it takes to grab another 5 seconds of usable video. During a break or after you're done, try to capture a few live shots of the guests having fun. Big moments like entrances or other performances are great for more of those B-roll shots. And now you've got everything you need to make a killer 30-second reel that captures the overall vibe and shows that you're an expert in that particular type of event. Now, when you sit down to edit, if you find that you don't have the quality of audio that you want, you can always record the song again using whatever recording setup you already have. Even a home video will work, especially if you add a little reverb to your violin. You can use CapCut, iMovie, Final Cut Pro, even Canva, or whatever video editor you already know or are willing to learn. You can also easily outsource this step using Upwork or Fiverr if you don't want to take the time to do the editing yourself. I have done this both ways. I've used all the different types of software and I've outsourced it, and it just depends on the project and how much time I have and how much I'm willing to spend to let somebody else do the work for me. And that's it. You've got a great live performance reel that you can share on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or wherever you have an online presence. And you've added a powerful case study to your portfolio that you can easily share with clients when they question whether or not you have experience with a particular genre, culture, venue, or overall vibe. So here are your key takeaways. Video proof of expertise is incredibly important and sometimes even necessary in order to book certain clients. Without hiring a professional videographer or making a big fuss, you can turn every gig into dynamic content by choosing a song of the day, filming in strategic moments, and editing it into a short dynamic reel. Remember, you want to capture 4 things. 1, good audio. 2, room shots. 3, the performance. And 4, guests having fun. Then get to editing and sharing. That's it for today. Please subscribe to this podcast and follow me on Instagram at The Celeste V. That's The Celeste VEE. While you're there, feel free to send me a DM with your questions and any topics you'd like to hear more about on future episodes of The Glam Violinist. And if you enjoyed this episode, please send a quick message to a friend and share this with them. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of The Glam Violinist. I'm excited you're here, and I truly can't wait to watch you grow, no matter where you are on this journey. We are in this together, and I believe in you. Until next time, this is Celeste V, reminding you to stay glamorous.